Okay, so for this video, we'll learn about the graph editor, specifically the speed graph. So again, same with the other lectures, download the project file in our Google Slides, export it in your computer, then open the After Effects files. So once you open the After Effects project file, you'll see this. So you'll see 3 boxes with keyframes or with animation, alright? Simple animation, so you have graph editor 1 and then the other one is a bouncing ball with simple animation as well, but we don't have any timing. Okay, so we'll put timing using the graph editor. So the use of graph editor is to edit the time and the speed of your keyframes using a graph. Alright? But before that, we need to learn how to add ease ins and ease outs to our animation. So to add an ease in or ease out, all you have to do is highlight a keyframe. So let's start with box number 1. So just hide this first. There you go. So to add an ease in, all you have to do is highlight a keyframe that you want to convert into an ease in. Right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease in. So if you press play, it has an ease in, right? If you want to remove an ease, hold control and click on the keyframe twice to convert it into a standard keyframe. Okay? So now if you want to add an ease out, right click on the keyframe, keyframe assistant, ease out. Alright, so that's it. Now if you right click on the keyframe again, there's another option called easy ease. So the easy ease function is what we need to enable our graph editor. Alright, to access the graph editor, all you have to do is highlight your keyframes, press F9 on the keyboard, or right-click Keyframe Assistant Easy Ease, then click on the graph editor button on your timeline. At first, you will see something like this. This is called the value graph. Personally, I don't like using the value graph because it's harder for me. So what I usually do is I go to choose graph type and options and then choose speed graph. And then you'll see this arc here. Alright, so here are the components of the graph. The y-axis shows the speed or the velocity of your layer. The x-axis shows the time of the animation for that certain layer, meaning the difference of value within a certain time. The squares or the dots are the keyframes with 2 different values. So to recap, y-axis, speed or velocity, x-axis, time. Dots, keyframe with different values. Alright? And then this arc here is the relationship of the speed with the time as the layer animates. Okay? So, if you look at the graph right now, everything is gradual. What I mean by that is, as the layer animates, it gradually reaches the peak of its speed and then gradually speeds down until it reaches a full stop. Alright? So, keyframes are full stop, y-axis is speed, x-axis is time. Alright, so for example, what if I want to recreate the timing of a stopping car? So when you press on the brakes, it doesn't stop immediately. It slows down first before it stops, right? Meaning what we need is ease in. So to do an ease in, highlight the last keyframe. Now these handles, you can drag it to the left or right to change the peak and the relationship of the speed and time within the animation. Okay? So right now, we'll have something like this. It goes fast and then gradually it slows down, right? So meaning, if we add an ease in and the graph looks like this, it's faster for the layer to reach the peak speed and it's gradual for it to reach the full stop. So again, the animation looks like this. Alright, so now what if I want to recreate a car from a full stop speeding up? So what we need to do is ease out. So to ease out, highlight the first keyframe and then the handle, drag it to the right. So right now, it looks like this. So it gradually speeds up, reaches the peak, and then it slows down fast, hitting a full stop. Okay, you can also change the timing of multiple layers at the same time. All you have to do is highlight all the keyframes of all the layers, press F9, go to Graph Editor, make sure you choose Speed Graph, and then make sure you create a bounding box selecting all those keyframes. Okay? Now, if I add an ease in, it will add ease ins to all the layers. To remove an ease in, all you have to do is highlight the keyframes you want to remove the ease in, Control plus click. It converts back to the standard keyframe. Okay, so for your projects, if you want to practice, try doing an ease in for box 1, ease out for box 2, and a mix of ease in and ease out for box 3. So here's what it looks like. So I press F9, I'll go to the box 1 first, click on Graph Editor. I'll add an ease in. So right now it looks like this. Then I'll click on position for box 2. I'll add an ease out. So it looks like this. And then I'll click for position in box 3. And I'll add an ease in and an ease out. Then it looks like this. Right? So those are the 3 timing that you can use for your animation. Now, the ease ins and ease outs depends on the time of animation, meaning if your keyframes are closer to each other, meaning it's faster, it shows less ease ins and ease outs. Okay? Make sure you add ample time for the ease in and ease out to work. Alright, so the next topic is actually just a technique. So it's called the rove across time. For example, you have a bouncing ball, right? This bouncing ball has an off timing, so it's not that great yet. So what I'll do is I'll press F9 for everything. But since keyframes are full stop, if you look at the animation, it stops before it bounces again. So it doesn't feel natural. So what if you want the keyframes to just slow down and not have a full stop? So here's what you do. Assess your animation first, and then select the bounces that you need to add the slowdown. This first bounce here, second bounce here, and the third bounce here, right? So highlight those 3, and then Control plus click keyframe until you reach a circle shape, which means it's roving across time. Meaning the keyframe roves across time. It doesn't do a full stop, it just slows down. Okay? So if you look at the graph, it looks like this. It doesn't reach the 0 speed, it just slows down. So rove across time is automatic, meaning After Effects automate the speed of the bounces or the animation. So its speed depends on the previous keyframe and the next keyframe. So that's it for graph editors. You can use this project to practice doing the timing. Just play around with it, and then if you're ready, you can go to the next slide and accept the MoGraph Animation Challenge.